We do have something in common. I mumble again, and I can't even hear the words. Martin has replaced the syringe and picked up some ampoules. He's talking to himself. I'm just some eavesdropper here. Sodium thiopental? Check. Saline? Check. He touches two slender feminine fingers to the line in my arm again and dabs the area with a piece of cotton wool. Old nursing habits. Crazy, I know. Here I am swabbing and flushing with all this cleanup routine, as if it matters. He picks up two more ampoules and flicks a fingernail against the labels. 50 cc's of pancuronium bromide, 50 cc's of potassium chloride. He seems satisfied. The glassy blue eyes are back in my face. Listen to me, friend. This is important. It's probably the last important thing you'll hear. First, I pump in the thiopental, which sends you to sleep, straight off pretty much, just like a baby. Not that they sleep easy all the time, but you were a father once. Before. So, I imagine you know that. The vial comes up close to his face. He stares at it myopically. Then I flush the line clean. After that, it's the pancuronium. He holds up another glass bulb for me to see, then, for show, turns around to some people I can just make out behind a glass screen to the left. They're not clear, but somehow I know what they're wearing. Dark suits and grim faces because there's a dress rule for such occasions, even though a good half of them think this is a day to throw hats in the air, scream a little joy from the rooftops. Martin lets them see the vial because it's why they're here. In a way, the thing belongs to them. After this, he returns to face me and speaks in a rapid, businesslike voice. You may know this already, but pancuronium is very neat stuff. It paralyzes the diaphragm, the lungs, all quick, all clean. Given the choices, you pick the right place to be. Let me tell you, this is so much better than electrocution. More hygienic. Let me tell you a secret. Want to know what happens when they fry a man? Everyone shits themselves. Everyone. He sighs. Where's the dignity? I ask you. If we have to do this work, and when I look at you, I know we do, let's manage it with a little decorum. You agree? It feels as if a ball of cotton wool is stuck in my throat. I couldn't scream if I tried. Behold! A syringe is in his hand again, with a different vial. I can just read the details on the bottle. A pharmaceutical company, one that's vaguely familiar. Once, a long time ago in a different lifetime, we bought cough medicine for Ricky that bore this same logo. It tasted sweet. The boy loved it so much, he'd pretend cough sometimes just to get some. Progress, the medic goes on. So the thiopental here is in. The pancuronium's chasing it. You don't breathe too well, but, and this is important, follow me here, you're still not dead, okay? One more vial. One more familiar brand on the paper covering the glass. I flush with the saline again, and finally we come to the potassium chloride. This, listen to me when I'm talking. Something had popped into my head at that moment. Some memory, an image from the last time Ricky suffered a cold. I remember the small room he commandeered the moment he was old enough to talk. The wallpaper had cartoon characters running up and down it. There was a full-size bed, too big for the boy, but that was what Ricky wanted. So we gave in, and on his 5th birthday, I lugged the thing up the old wooden stairs of the house in Owl Creek, and stood by my son holding his hand, as Miriam made the bed. White cotton sheets, tight and perfect, by the window where the apple tree had recently come into bloom. The bed. Another memory enters my head, the two of us between creased white sheets, hovering on the edge, me wondering whether she wants this or not. Then Miriam smiling, saying, Sometimes it's good slow, sometimes fast. Today. Ricky would be 28 now. Maybe we'd have had grandchildren. Then one more memory starts to rise from the dust. Listen to me, Martin orders once more, and he's winding the needle of the line round and round in my arm, stirring some deep, hard pain to get my attention. The recollection, a 5-year-old boy in bed while